Here's a question, Andy. Should he be in the Scotland squad? Should Lennon Miller be in this Scotland squad? As a pointer to where Scotland are going.
Yeah, well, as a pointer, maybe yes, but then you say,
does he play?
That's our strongest area of our squad. Who would you leave out? That's the question you throw back, and then you think, well, Stevie Clarke is building. He's trying to build this sort of club mentality with the national team, and it's not just a case of bringing everyone and anyone in. I think there is a bit of loyalty there, but I totally get it. I would love to see him perform for Scotland. I don't think we're going to get through this group, or survive rather, in this group. I would love to see him get some game time.
What do you think, Barry?
I think personally, I think he should have been in the squad. And I get what Steve Clarke says, let him go and flourish at Motherwell and under 21s, but I would have left maybe a defender or a forward player out, brought him in, let him go and sample what it's like to be with the A squad, because I think he would certainly force his way into that midfield area. Andy makes a good point. It is the strongest area of the Scotland squad. There's still a few injuries. Obviously my nephew Lewis being one, but he's now back. But for me, he's good enough just now to be in the squad. Whether he starts is another question, because you have McTominay's, McGinn's, Gilmore's who have got that bit more experience, but I would have had him in the squad to let him go and settle in and get to know the guys, and then unleash them the next maybe the World Cup.
I think he scored in the last under 21 game, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. His figures are great. I think he's got a couple of goals and 3 assists in his last 3 games for the under 21s. I mean, the stats are remarkable.
I think it'll be really interesting to see what his next step is. Is it in Scottish football? Because if you go to Celtic, do you play? That's the big question. He could certainly go down south and have his pick of clubs at a really good level. What
about Italy? I mean, I wonder, because Italian clubs are now looking at Scottish players more and more.
It's a market that certainly the Italian clubs will be looking at, because of the success of Pickey and Lewis. There's no doubt about that. But listen, he comes from a good background. I'm sure everybody will be sitting down and they'll assess it, and they'll do what's best for young Lennon Miller.